Hi, this is Tennille from Study in Australia TV. In our last episode, we talked about the Australian university system, qualifications, quality of the Australian higher education system, and what factors are important in choosing which university to study at in Australia. In this episode today, episode 7, we're going to concentrate on study disciplines and career options in Australia across 3 discipline areas: business, management and commerce programs, law and legal studies programs, and agriculture, environment and veterinary science programs. When deciding what to study, it's important to understand the relevance of a particular course in relation to the associated career path or job options. In this episode, we'll give you an overview of courses in these areas, what professional associations are relevant to those courses, and what career pathways and job options are available in Australia if you stay on after your studies and access the post-study work visa. Remember, the program information we'll cover today is general, so it can vary slightly between institutions. But it will give you a good overview of the areas you can study in Australia and what career or job it may lead to. So let's start with business, management and commerce. The business, management and commerce discipline is one of the most popular program areas for international students coming to study in Australia. Studying in this field will provide you with an understanding of how businesses and organisations work in Australia. You can expect to develop critical decision-making skills when undertaking studies in this field and build a career transferable in the global workforce. In the business, management and commerce field of study, you will learn the theory and practice of professions such as accounting, actuarial studies, banking and finance, business management, commerce, economics, event management, hospitality and tourism, human resource management, international business, logistics, marketing, and property studies. So, what are your course options in this area? In the vocational education and training or VET sector, there are practical hands-on programs which will help students to be job ready. VET courses also provide a pathway to further undergraduate or bachelor degree studies. In VET courses, you will typically learn skills in accounting, administration, bookkeeping, event planning, financial services and sales, and marketing. Undergraduate or bachelor degree programs provide students with an understanding across all areas of business and management. Students can major in specific discipline areas such as banking, finance, economics, marketing, and human resource management, for example. In the management area, these programs will teach students to be skilled problem solvers. Managers need to have good communication skills, but will also spend their time organising staff, setting strategies, managing resources and projects to achieve business goals and objectives. In the accounting, commerce and finance area, the programs will teach students expertise in accounting, auditing and finance, for example. Students will learn more about the economic and political influences affecting business and finance. In the marketing area, students will learn about branding and how to grow brands, consumer buyer behaviour, how to gain market share and increase sales, for instance. Postgraduate or research degrees provide the opportunity to further develop expert knowledge in an area of choice. A Master's in Business Administration, or MBA, is a common postgraduate degree for business. Other postgraduate business programs include Master of Finance, Master of Human Resource Management, or Master of Financial Planning. Some university business schools have international business accreditations like the American AACSB or the European EQUIS accreditations. These accreditations place the business school in the top grouping of business schools in the world, regardless of overall ranking of the university itself. For instance, if a business school has both AACSB and EQUIS accreditation, it will be in the top 1% of business schools worldwide. These business accreditations are awarded to business schools that meet strict standards of quality, academic, and professional excellence. This gives students the assurance that these business degrees are amongst the best and will develop excellent business understanding and skills. So, what would a future look like in business management and commerce in Australia, you might ask? An Australian qualification in business management or commerce is widely recognised and accepted by major employers such as KPMG, Deloitte, PwC, Google, and Samsung, to name a few. After graduation, students may be eligible for a graduate program at one of Australia's leading business, commerce, or management organisations, if they stay on under the post-study work visa. Many business programs include internships, practical assignments, or projects and unpaid work placements that provide students with practical experience in an Australian organisation. For example, a student completing a program in hotel management may be required to complete a 10-week internship at an international hotel on which they are assessed. Other programs require students to complete an assignment or project based on a typical work situation in business, such as designing and publishing a brochure for an event, for example. On graduation from a business management or commerce program, students may be eligible for membership to their relevant professional association. In some cases, this may require further specific studies. For example, a Bachelor of Commerce graduate may complete further courses to become a CPA or Chartered Accountant. By becoming a fully accredited accountant, they increase their potential earning capacity. Following are some of the professional associations students may be eligible for in the business and management fields. In the accounting field, CPA Australia, Institute of Public Accountants, or IPA, the Tax Institute, the Institute of Chartered Accountants, or ICAA, Association of Chartered Certified Accountants, or ACCA, International Federation of Accountants, or IFAC. In actuarial studies, Institute of Actuaries of Australia, American Academy of Actuaries, Canadian Institute of Actuaries, or CIA, Institute and Faculty of Actuaries UK, International Actuarial Association, or IAA. In banking and finance, Financial Services Institute of Australasia, or FINSIA, Financial Executives Institute of Australia, or FEI, Association for Financial Professionals, or AFP. In business and management, Business Council of Australia, or BCA, Institute of Management Consultants, or IMC Australia, International Association of Business Communicators, or IABC. In commerce, Australian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, or ACCI, International Chamber of Commerce, or ICC. In economics, International Economics and Finance Society, or IEFS, Economic Society of Australia. In marketing and public relations, Australian Marketing Institute, Public Relations Institute of Australia, or PRIA, International Public Relations Associations, or IPRA. In tourism, Australian Hotels Association, or AHA, Australian Institute of Travel and Tourism Incorporated, or AITT. Ecotourism Australia, World Travel and Tourism Council, or WTTC. So, what are the typical job opportunities and career paths in the business, management, and commerce discipline area? Students across this broad discipline area may work in the following jobs or professions: accountant, actuarial officer, administration, auditor, banking, bookkeeper, general manager, human resource manager, international economist, marketing manager, property valuation, public relations and advertising, quality assurance manager, real estate agent, risk management, or travel agent. Studying a business, management, or commerce degree will give students a range of skills to become an investment banker, for example. These skills include raising capital for organizations, analyzing financial transactions, being involved with business acquisitions or mergers, and interpreting the share market, for example. Or you might be interested in becoming an event manager. So we'll need to learn the skills to run events, plan and book venues, do the marketing and promotion, and then afterwards analyze and report on the event performance. There are so many interesting occupations in the business and management industry, and the range of skills required are quite diverse. Universities will also help to develop students' soft skills like effective communication, working in a team, leadership and problem solving, for instance. All of these skills will help to make you more employable. So I hope you learned a lot about the business, management and commerce discipline. So let's move on to the law discipline now. The discipline of law is suitable for people wanting to become a lawyer, legal advisor in an organization, or pursue a career through law enforcement agencies. Studying law is about understanding the society we live in and the power or legal structures within it. For instance, understanding why we have the laws that we do, how these laws have changed and evolved over a period of time. Also, how the laws should be interpreted. Law programs in Australia cover the following specialisations: commercial law, constitutional law, criminal law, criminology, economics law, employment law, environmental law, health law, human rights law, Indigenous law, intellectual property law, justice studies, legal practice administration, and maritime law. Law administration programs such as justice administration and legal practice can be studied at all qualification levels. Students wishing to pursue law for a career as a practicing lawyer, solicitor, or barrister must complete a Bachelor of Laws. Australian universities offer both legal administration and law programs. Typical undergraduate law programs include Bachelor of Arts, Law, Bachelor of Arts in Criminology, Bachelor of Laws, Bachelor of Laws and Legal Practice, and Bachelor of Justice. Postgraduate law programs include Graduate Certificate of Law, Graduate Certificate in Business Law, Graduate Certificate in Ethics and Legal, Graduate Diploma in Legal Practice, Master of Applied Law, Master of Laws, and Doctor of Juridical Science. There are two strands of law programs: those that allow a student to gain knowledge of the law, for example, Bachelor of Arts in Criminology and Criminal Justice, and those programs that provide academic qualifications for students wanting to practice law, for example, Bachelor of Laws. Law students learn about the Australian legal system and develop the skills to interpret and apply legal principles in a variety of settings. Students will get to practice in various practical situations and develop practical skills in mock moot courts, further develop their negotiation skills, and apply learning with witness examination. Coursework postgraduate law programs like the Master of Laws are available for law professionals wishing to further their studies, or non-law professionals who wish to gain knowledge in law, such as the Master of Applied Law. So what are the professional associations for law graduates? Law programs in Australia sometimes include a practical component where students acquire some practical experience in a law organisation, such as a solicitor's office. Students are also exposed to moot courts and assessed on their performance. Most Australian law programs are recognised internationally. However, some students from select countries may be required to complete further studies to practice in their home country. On graduation from law, students may be eligible for membership to a professional association such as Law Council of Australia or LCA, Council of Bars and Law Societies of Europe or CCBE, Australian Federal Police Association or AFPA, International Police Association or IPA, Australasian Council of Women and Policing or ACWAP. Career opportunities for graduating law students include barrister, criminologist, intelligence analyst, international lawyer, legal aid officer, lawyer, magistrate, policy advisor or solicitor. Solicitors in Australia focus on areas like family law, personal injury, criminal litigation, residential property, disputes and taxation laws. Students will learn mediation and negotiation skills for disputes between parties, or there may be the possibility to advocate for asylum seekers or practice in environmental law to help save the environment. There are so many possibilities in this field. Okay, I hope you're learning a lot. We've covered business management and law disciplines so far in this episode. So let's talk about a completely different area of learning, agriculture, environment, and veterinary science programs. Jobs in these fields are currently in high demand, with 5 positions available for every agriculture graduate in Australia. There are currently 7 Australian universities ranked in the top 100 universities in the world for agriculture and 9 Australian universities in the top 100 of the world for environmental science. So, Australia is well placed to teach this broad area of agriculture and the environment, particularly as Australia has such a diverse environmental landscape and agriculture is such a large industry here. Agriculture is about understanding the land, animals, crops, and how important the connection is for communities. Environmental issues are amongst the most pressing issues of our current time, with food and water security, natural resource depletion, and climate change amongst many environmental concerns. Students will learn latest agricultural methods from adapting genes and cells for new crops to the business of livestock or land management for improving yields. Environmental science develops student learning in ecology, soil science, geography, and environmental sustainability. This links well into veterinary science and the importance of the well-being of animals both in agriculture and domestic situations. This broad discipline of agriculture, environment, and veterinary science covers a large study area which includes the following specializations: agricultural biotechnology, agronomy, animal science, aquaculture, conservation and land management, ecology, environmental management, forestry, horticulture, natural resource management, veterinary science, viticulture, water management, and zoology. Typical programs offered in the vet sector in agriculture, environmental and veterinary science fields include Certificate in Animal Studies, Certificate in Forest Operations, Diploma of Agriculture, Diploma of Conservation and Land Management, Diploma of Horticulture, Diploma of Veterinary Nursing, and Advanced Diploma of Renewable Energy. Programs offered at the undergraduate level in agriculture, environmental, and veterinary science fields include Bachelor of Agricultural Sciences, Bachelor of Animal Science, Bachelor of Applied Science, Bachelor of Aquaculture, Bachelor of Environmental Science and Management, Bachelor of Natural Resource Management, Bachelor of Veterinary Science, Bachelor of Viticulture and Enology, and Bachelor of Zoology. Programs offered at the postgraduate level in agriculture, environment, and veterinary science fields include Master of Environmental Science, Master of Veterinary Science, and Master of Viticulture and Enology. Most of the programs offered within this discipline include hands-on practical experience such as laboratory experiments, field studies, and research assignments or projects. This experience provides graduates with the on-the-job skills before graduation. Graduates may be eligible for membership with one of the following professional associations. In the agricultural field, Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organisation, or CSIRO, National Farmers Federation, or NFF, World Farmers Organization, or WFO. In environment, Australian Conservation Foundation, or ACF, Ecological Society of Australia, or ECOLSOC, Environmental Institute of Australia and New Zealand Association, or EIANZ. In fisheries, National Aquaculture Council, or NAC Australia, World Aquaculture Society, or WAS. In forestry, National Association of Forest Industries, or NAFI, Global Association of Online Foresters, or GAOF. In horticulture and viticulture, Australian Institute of Horticulture, or AIH, Australian Grape and Wine Incorporated, or AGWI, International Society for Horticulture Science, or ISHS. In veterinary science, Australian Veterinary Association, or AVA, World Veterinary Association, or WVA. Australia's diverse and natural environment is widely recognised around the world and is the perfect landscape to gain expert knowledge and experience in this field. Gaining qualified skills from some of the industry's leading academics is recognised by organisations such as GrainCorp, Prensa and Devondale, Murray Goulburn, to name a few. Career opportunities for graduating students in agriculture, environmental and veterinary science fields include agricultural scientist, animal attendant, aquaculture officer, environmental scientist, farmer or farm worker, horticulturalist, forestry and soil professional, park ranger, veterinarian, veterinarian assistant, viticulturalist, winemaker, and zoologist. There is a high rate of employability for agricultural students in Australia, as well as how critical it is to improve primary production outputs or work in sustainability research or policy advice to governments. Career and job opportunities across this discipline are diverse and may be in the mining, wildlife, parks, or in renewable energy industries, for example. So that's the end of Study in Australia TV episode 7 on study disciplines and career options in Australia across business, management and commerce, law and legal studies, and agriculture, environment and veterinary science. We've covered quite a lot today, but I hope you found it interesting and have learnt some new information as well. In our next episode, we'll be covering health, science, engineering, and information technology disciplines. So check our Study in Australia TV channel for our next episode on study disciplines in Australia. See you next time for some more interesting information about studying in Australia. Please let us know if you need any help or advice. Bye for now.